Alt, if you're driving next to a cop with drugs in your car and are trying to act normal, pick your nose. Your body language shows you aren't concerned with anyone around you. The last thing you'd ever do if you were paranoid about a cop next to you is pick your nose. Plus, who would want to touch the license of someone with butcher fingers? Fear not butcher fingers after you've stuck them in your mouth. Bonus points. Make eye contact with the cop while you do that. That's a real power move. Stick your finger in the cop's nose and or mouth for bonus points. Plot twist. Op is a cop and is using this to help him know which cars have drugs in them. Joke's on him. I pick my nose even when I don't have drugs in the car. Joke's on him. When I'm doing drugs I push them up my nose like I'm picking it. What an Arthur Spooner thing to do. Marvelous. Whoop whoop. Son. I'm pulling you over for not having two hands on the wheel. Is that a law? I've never heard that here before in Nevada. Unrealistic at best. Stick shifts. Deleted carrot 0.9575 carrot what this link com/FCRFS94K/31370. It's 9 and 3 now. 10 and 2 is more limiting. He personally only ever drive at 9 or 12. I see you've never been on stimulants. Update. Slowly pick your nose. Update unsure. Knuckle stuck in nostril. Please advise. Leave it there forever. No cop will ever pull you over. If you don't wanna look like an idiot, sing to the radio and tap your hands on the wheel instead. It's what I do. Me too, Jude. I try to look like I'm really into the song. Maybe for an added bonus make eye contact with the cop and pretend to be embarrassed. This is my go-to. The hardest thing is the speed limit. Because most of the time it's normal to go about 5-10 miles per hour over in a lot of places. There's a stretch of highway around where I live that is 55 miles per hour the whole way. But most people do 65 miles per hour. And frankly, if you're some young dude doing exactly 55 miles per hour on that highway, you look more suspicious than anyone else. Hell, the cops themselves go the same speed as traffic. I was always taught to disregard the speed limit and just follow the flow of traffic. Unless traffic is going slower than the speed limit, then you can drive faster than the flow if it's safe and you're not constantly switching lanes. Got pulled over for doing 54 in a 45. Cop pulls me over and says, "Do you know how fast you were going?" I play dumb. He says the truck in front of you was doing 65 miles per hour. Naturally I said, "Why the fuck are you pulling me over and not the guy doing 65? Cop did not like that common sense question and gave me a ticket. Gotta love those little dishonest traps. Funny because I remember watching one of those caught on camera trap shows where they specifically cited nose picking as nervous behavior that could indicate someone is going to attempt to shoplift. LPT, fall asleep at the wheel when near a cop, so he thinks you're super relaxed. No one who is nervous is going to fall asleep around a cop, so this will assert to him that you aren't trying to hide anything nefarious. Take it up the next level. You're so unconcerned with anyone around you that you start jacking off. The last thing you'd ever do if you were paranoid about a cop next to you is jack off. /r/shitalifepra tips. My dad did this when he was like 18, after he stole a car and stopped at a red light. A cop pulled up beside him immediately after my dad started picking his nose. The cop didn't really want to watch him, so he looked away. The light went green, and they both went their different ways. He did get caught a few days later, but that's besides the point. Edit. Reddit 2. They got us in the first half, not gonna lie. Just learn to breath. Cops look at your neck to see if you're tense and to check if they can see a pulse. If they can see a pulse, they are on high alert as you are scared or hiding something. Also, never smoke before or during a run, and never ever smoke in the car that you are using. Most of the time it is because people choose to use a car with bad tags. They are high and their car smells like a party. Learn the rules of the game, and it is possible to at least play. What if I like to smoke in my car before I leave the car for a good period of time? And when I come back it smells dank, but I don't have anything on me and I'm not high. IDC if they search. It'll just be a waste of our time. And I'm happy to waste their time. We need freedom fighters like you. Decoy car. Decoy car. Deleted. Deleted. The driver no. The passengers are interesting. When I was driving with pounds of meth I was already quite paranoid, which was incredibly enhanced when a cop was behind me. I would noticeably sneeze and often heard a bless you over their loudspeaker. Cops were blessing me for transporting pounds of meth 25 years ago. Only on Reddit can it be unremarkable in the sense that it's not some huge deal for someone to talk about transporting large amounts of meth. Plot twist, they were driving a van for Shire Pharmaceuticals. I start drinking a water bottle every time I see police. Cops make me nervous no matter what. They are out to get you. I'm 100% legal and in the right and my heart will drop when a cop gets behind me. It's awful, that is the feeling of many. You should feel secure around them, not anxious. This is how I felt driving through the western half of Texas. Really unsafe around police. They are so predatory. Happy cake day Budger boy. Yum. Budger cake. You too. Or, you could do whatever drug you have in your car next to the cop. They would assume you're pranking them. Because who would be dumb enough to do drugs next to a cop? Edit. You can also have someone filming you. And they will think they are being punked. Also shit your pants so they can't smell the weed. Deleted. Mayo what kind of sex you having? Step 1. Put coke on finger. Step 2. Shove in necess. Step 3. No officer. No drugs here. This might be dumb/weird, but when I want to appear like I'm minding my own business I yawn. No one is worried about a sleepy person just trying to get through their day. Truth is I'm always paying attention to everyone around me. Thanks anxiety and hypervigilance. Sorry random person I don't actually want to be eavesdropping on. Or the cop will subconsciously think that's disgusting. Feel an aversion to you. Be more hostile. And probably be more likely to check your car. Don't pick your nose in front of cops or anyone, for that matter. I would think it depends what type of nose picking. A casual thumbnail grabbing some edged anglers, they would probably just think it's just some asshole picking his nasuaris. If you've got all big pointer finger digging for treasure, it's more likely to draw attention to yourself. And then it looks like you've got a coke addiction. It's a lose-lose. I think you have to eat the budgers too to really be convincing. Just act casual and pinch your nipples. The cop won't suspect a thing. Or they assume you're getting that budger sugar out your nose lol. Can confirm. This would work. The context I've heard this used in is that if you think someone is watching you, pick your nose, and there's a good chance they'll look away because that's what people do in that situation. I like checking my rear view when I can feel them staring at me as opposed to looking back at them. It shows that you are being a responsible driver, are concerned with the road conditions, and not paying any attention to them, not guilty of anything. So I shouldn't stare at them and lick my lips. Well yeah, if you want them to come talk to you lol. This made me laugh in a really quiet room, thanks. I slow rolled a cop through an intersection as the light turned green and then dusted him today. Turns out, he was driving incredibly slowly and I watched with glee in the rear view as the guy behind me decided he shouldn't pass the cop. The cop went slower and slower, I imagine just to fuck with him. In my city, if you drive without any carelessness at all you are suspect. Never stare at a cop car to see if it's coming to pull you over. Most obvious sign you're doing something wrong. I see one in my mirror. A quick glance is all I need. At that point I'll check my speed. Most of the time, I'm already doing the limit or maybe a bit under. Driving a Jeep does that to ya. Pick a turn up ahead. I'm already usually in the middle or right lane. Don't want to impede people driving my slow ass Jeep. Then put on my signal and casually make my turn. If the cop follows, I know I'm either unlucky or they're pulling me over. Drive a bit pull over to the curb and see if they'll pass. Maybe I'll get out, pop the hood, and pretend to check my engine. Something's always wrong with a Jeep, right? 99.9% of the time. Pulling into a neighborhood they don't follow because they weren't looking to follow for any reason. For an exceeding small percentage, they follow, but usually because you just happened to pick the place they were going to, maybe a domestic disturbance call. And for that even smaller fraction, well, if you can get the hood up in time, they may just pass you on because nobody wants to get in the thick of trying to help fix a Jeep. Unless they're Jeep owners themselves. Maybe. Nah, they got their problems to fix at home. Why'd they want to stop? A scholar of wealth and taste. Unless it's full of coke. Thanks. Now cops are gonna look for drivers picking their noses. I've done this for years. Both with and without the drugs. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.